Welcome back to my channel. This is Online Kaigai. My name is Sho. Today I'm gonna be doing another interview with Tracy in Japan, Kyoto. I'm going to ask some questions about price in Japan. As you know, crazy inflation going up all over the world, I'll find out how they're feeling about cost of living here. If it sounds interesting to you, please make sure to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Alright, let's get started. Alright, here's the first guest. Can I ask your name?
Yes, I'm Shams.
I'm Noor.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
We're both from San Diego, California.
San Diego,
Yep,
California.
San Diego.
Nice place. And how long are you gonna stay here?
Total, I think in Japan we're gonna be here for 2 weeks, but
weeks.
we're going from city to city to explore.
In this video, I'm gonna ask you about price in Japan. Do you mind me asking how much you pay your entire trip?
Hotel, I think it ranges between like $100 to $150
$50 per night
per night.
for 3 person, right?
Yeah, because we're also stayed in Airbnbs.
Airbnb. Okay.
No more than maybe 170 so far we've paid. Yeah.
During your stay, what things do you feel the cheaper and the more expensive?
Food is so cheap.
Yeah,
It is very
sushi's so cheap.
Yeah,
So
sushi.
cheap. Okay, the portions are small, right?
Mm.
But and you get full pretty easily.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And there's so many places to eat. Like
yeah.
you kind of like
don't need to cook at home.
yeah. No, we haven't
Right.
In
cooked
San
a single
Diego,
meal.
in San Diego, we have to cook a lot at home just to like save
save our
money.
money, yeah.
Yeah, because
Like-
it's expensive to eat.
How much
Yeah.
is a cup of coffee? 500.
So a cup of coffee right now in San Diego, it's like $6.
Oh my god.
That's
wow.
average.
Yeah, it's
for
almost
like
like
a
half
latte.
price here, right?
Yeah.
And also just in general, transportation fee in Japan could be expensive. Do you feel that?
It's different because I think in the U.S. so here it's like they charge you per stop, like depending on when you
Yeah,
get off,
yeah.
so your fare changes.
right.
But I think in the U.S. like you kind of get on the bus, you pay the
Yeah,
fare,
pay
and it
once.
doesn't matter where
Yeah, it
you're going.
doesn't matter where you
it's
go.
One,
Yeah,
it's a
one
one fare.
payment.
Yeah. See, that was
the
more
bullet
expensive.
train,
train,
is
yeah.
so
Bullet train.
expensive. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, probably that would be the most expensive thing we've paid
Yeah,
so
I think
far.
so.
Is the
Bullet
bullet
train.
train.
Yeah, I feel like a flight in the US pretty cheaper than here.
No,
Depend-
No, not now,
Not
not now.
now.
Like I
Okay.
think,
so
I
expensive.
was-
if you go from San Diego to Kansas, it's like the same price if you go from LAX to Japan.
Yeah,
Really?
right
Oh my
now,
gosh.
because gas is very high.
Yes.
So flights have gone up. Like
Oh,
before,
okay.
maybe you can get a flight to New York for like $300. Now it's like 500, 700.
It's almost
Or
twice.
even 900. I think I got a flight
Oh.
once for 900. Yeah.
Because
Wow.
here, when we came here, we paid like 1,000
1,000
round
per
trip.
person.
Yeah,
round trip.
Yeah.
round
Oh,
trip.
really?
So it's really cheap.
I think you guys want more travelers to come in to stimulate the economy. So
Yeah, I think we got lucky with the tickets.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
lucky.
We got good price.
Yeah, it's very cheap. I have one quiz for you guys.
okay.
Have you heard of Big Mac Index? Basically, cost of a burger in McDonald's, making a comparison living a cost of in the world.
So it's like I think 700 for a whole meal.
Home probably.
That's cheap.
Yeah,
no?
it's cheap.
Right now in the States, I think it's $12.
Yeah, maybe probably double the price
yeah.
here right now.
Yeah.
Can you guess what Japan ranked in this index is?
Where they rank?
Yeah. Yeah, Switzerland is the top,
The most
Okay.
expensive.
and the US is 10 or 8 or something.
Okay, so that means it's 20th.
So-
20th in the world. 20, 25.
Okay,
25.
25.
25. Actually 42.
Wow.
So much cheaper than other country. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's a
Yeah.
conclusion. Do you feel Japan is expensive country or cheap country?
So far, affordable.
Yeah, I
Affordable.
think it's definitely not cheap, not very cheap, but it's affordable. Like everything is reasonably priced.
Yeah. If you're middle class, you would definitely live a very comfortable life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Because right now in San Diego, everything has went up like 30 to 40%. So cost of living is so expensive,
Yeah.
and salaries haven't went up by a lot.
What thing do you feel the most expensive in California?
Everything. So
Gas.
like gas is very expensive, and
How about-
everybody drives. And
How about eggs and grocery?
eggs?
groceries?
Yeah,
Oh, eggs is $10
$10. Really?
for a whole dozen.
Like if you want
$10. If you want like a really good egg brand,
$10?
$5 to
Pastured
$10
eggs,
pastured
yeah.
Oh
eggs.
my gosh.
$10.
Yeah.
$10.
From Whole Foods.
What?
$10.
What?
Very expensive.
That's in San Diego, which is why I think a lot of people left California in the pandemic, and then now they live in like Texas or
In
like
Arizona.
Yeah.
Nevada.
They all moved out. Too expensive.
Yeah, like sounds like much more expensive than when I used to live in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Even here, you guys have something called tax-free. Like I think I bought a few things Uniqlo. I just gave them my passport, and it was like, oh, you don't need to pay tax.
Which I think you should make tourists pay tax.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
some
make
country,
tourists.
yeah,
we have
yeah.
tourist tax.
Yeah, over here is like for
Yeah,
electricity,
yeah,
but
yeah.
here is like
But here, no, I think
Actually,
it's
like
very
less-
tourist
yeah,
friendly.
less
The
price.
taxes, not that bad.
it was kind of like surprising to hear about it. Thank you very much. Thank you for your
We'll
time.
follow you on your channel.
Thank
for
you.
sure,
Thank you
yeah.
very much.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next guest. Can I ask your name and where you're from?
Ariane Des,
Oh, really?
and I am from Spain.
Bienvenido de Japón.
Gracias.
Hablo un poco de español, un poquito.
Ya veo, muy
Sí,
bien.
sí, sí, gracias. In this video, we're talking about prices in Japan compared to Spain. Do you mind me asking how much you pay for entire trip?
We are gonna spend around 2,500 per 23 days. Ticket of the planes, hotels, food, and transport, and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cheap because we manage by our own.
Oh, okay, that's good.
That's
oh,
why.
That's good. Great, great. What item do you feel more expensive and cheaper than Spain?
And it depends on the place that you choose. Be able to find some hotels cheaper than in Spain, and Barcelona is also expensive
it is.
inside of Spain.
Yeah.
It's close similar.
Okay, similar.
Yeah,
And according to report by Japanese research company,
yeah.
alcohol in Japan tend to be expensive. Do you think?
yeah.
Do you agree with that? Do you
Yeah. Yes, alcohol is more expensive
kinda
here.
expensive.
Party, more expensive.
It's like a clubbing. Or,
Yeah, clubbing. Yeah. It's
So, what thing do you think cheaper in Japan?
street food is cheaper than in Spain, because in Spain, if you go there, you have to choose fancy restaurant. You have lunch, 3,000 yens per meal.
Yeah. I have one more question.
Yeah,
And I hear like the price of gas went up in European country,
yeah.
and we pay 5,000 per month.
Wow.
How much do you pay for gas price?
Actually, the government of Spain and also the Portugal, they made a special law for these countries, only these two countries.
Okay.
So 50 euros
50
per,
euro.
per month for the gas.
Not too bad.
Not too bad, but if you compare with other countries in Europe, maybe in Germany they are paying per month 250 euros per month. This
250.
winters impossible to
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
that because our salaries in Spain are not so high, so they protect them with this law this year. Only this year.
Okay, got it. So overall, do you think Japan is expensive country or cheap country?
Expensive country compared with other countries that we travel around. Europeans, we think about Asia, Thailand or Vietnam
yeah.
or whatever, but compared to our home countries, it's quite similar.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. All right, thank you so much for your time.
you.
And que tengas yeah.
Muchas gracias.
Sí.
Arigato
Muchas
gozaimasu.
gracias. Arigato. That's
See
it.
you.
Thank you. See you. All right, here's the next guest. Can I ask your name and where you're from?
My name's Hannah. We're from England, Bristol in England specifically.
And I'm Adam.
Nice to meet you guys. How long are you going to stay here for?
So we've been in Japan for 4 weeks, and we have another 2 weeks left.
Kind of 2 weeks.
Yes, yeah.
In this video, we're talking about like prices in Japan. They're making a comparison between Japan and other country. Do you mind me asking how much did you pay for entire trip?
The entire trip. It's hard to add it all
Yeah.
up for such a long time.
So I think over 6 weeks, it's probably be around £3,000.
Yeah, for both of us.
Yeah.
That's good. Like how much was like a flight tickets?
But our flights home from here to London are about £700 or £800 each.
Yeah.
But we're not flying directly. Directly is more expensive. We're
Yeah,
flying
yeah.
we're flying via Singapore.
During your stay, what item do you feel more expensive and cheaper in Japan compared to the UK?
Yeah. Yes, definitely more expensive fruit. In England,
true.
fruit's really cheap. You can get apples really cheap. Strawberries are everywhere. We grow strawberries at home. But vegetables aren't so bad here. But definitely fruit is so expensive in Japan.
I feel like the same way. Like a vegetable in UK pretty like cheaper than here.
Yes. It means it's harder to eat healthily. We eat very healthily in England, and you can still get healthy stuff. But I think healthy food is a bit more expensive here.
If you get beer, especially craft beer, here is more expensive than the UK.
Beer,
and
Yes.
some wine as well. But then you have things like sake is relatively affordable here, so it's
Good accommodation we've actually found has been quite cheap, especially in Airbnbs, and they've all been really reasonable. We just stayed at a place in Nara that was really spacious and had a full kitchen, lovely living room, and that was £30 a night each, which is
in total.
for both of
each.
us. Yeah, which is a lot cheaper than we'd find in England. And in general, eating out is cheaper. In England is much more expensive, but it's really affordable to eat out here, which means we're eating a lot of good food.
It's kind of easy to find like cheap food here in
Yes.
Japan.
Yeah, definitely.
I think back home in England we would cook our own meals much more often. Here, because of the vegetables and fruit not being so available, but also because restaurants are cheaper,
Yeah.
we eat out more.
Yeah.
Eggs in UK, it's getting more expensive. Eggs in grocery. Do you feel that?
Yeah, in England, eggs have gone really expensive. I don't know why.
Do you know how much is it?
How much is
How
it?
much you pay?
Six, it's over £2.
If you got free range eggs, it would be about £2, I think. So
Yeah, I think over £2 now.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah, about 400 yen. It's definitely got more expensive in the last year.
Gas price in the UK, I mean like just in general European country went up.
Yes.
How much do you pay for a month?
I think about £100 a month,
I think it's more than
£120 a
that.
month. So
But it's
Yeah.
it's almost doubling in April.
Yeah.
It will be double that in April. So we've been told that we have to expect it to be double it. So
the prices have they've gone up by over 100% in the last 2 years. So the prices
100%.
over doubled in the last 2 years.
very expensive.
And
Has
it
that
will-
not happened in Japan?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Hopefully.
Yeah, definitely like the prices are increasing slightly but surely.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not a big.
Not big
Not big
difference.
jump.
Alright, a conclusion. Do you feel Japan is expensive country or cheap country? What do you think? What do you personally
I think it's definitely cheaper than England. But having fun, activities, apart from cover charges in bars, that's annoying. But apart from that, I think it's pretty reasonably priced. What do you think?
I agree. I think we expected Japan to be more expensive than it actually is.
Yeah.
We started our travels in Canada, which was very expensive. Japan
Yeah.
is cheaper.
Yeah, cheaper.
Yeah, but the flights cost so much money that once you're here, you're okay. You can enjoy yourself, eat all the food, and you can spend your money, and it's not too bad. So,
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy your trip in Japan. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you too. Thank you very much. Alright, that's all everyone. It was a very interesting interview. As everyone mentioned, Japan is not too expensive, not too cheap, but tend to be affordable country. What item do you think is getting more expensive? Please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like it. If you did, make sure you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. See you next time. Peace.